Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Eugene. My name is Ona Chambers, and I'm one of the practitioners here. And today I'm going to lead you in a short meditation from about 10 to 10:15. So, if you're comfortable doing so, sit back in your chair, relax, and start to let go of everything that it took to get you here. Bring yourself into the present moment and breathe. Become aware of the chair you're sitting in and the floor that your feet are resting on. And breathe. In and out. In and out. Now turn your attention to the divine that is always present within you. We sometimes forget it's there, but right now, allow it to suffuse your consciousness with its peace and its beauty and its joy, its harmony. I'm going to read a meditation today from Mark Nepo's Little Book of Awakening, which has 52 meditations rather than the big one that has 365. And this meditation today is called Surfacing Through. It starts with a part of a poem by Rumi. This night will pass, then we have work to do. Everything has to do with loving and not loving. Very often, when hurt or depressed or anxious, we encounter powerful feelings like ghosts without a body trying to pour themselves into us, trying to dominate our lives. They seem to gather in the cave of our pain, stroking our wounds like stones in a fire that keeps them warm. After years of struggling to let my painful feelings out, I'm learning that the other side of this, which is just as essential to my well-being, is not to let the hurt or depression or anxiety set up camp inside me. I must confess, it has taken me all this way to fully understand that the purpose of surfacing these powerful feelings is to continually empty my heart and mind of its sediment so that new life can make its way into me. There are dangers to not letting such feelings out, but once felt, there are dangers as well to not letting such feelings move on through. For just as our lungs must stay clear for the next mouthful of air, our heart must stay unobstructed for the next feeling we encounter. There is no freedom until we dance the ghosts from the chambers of our wounds, until we pile our wounds like stones at the mouth of our own quarries. Now center yourself and call into view a painful feeling that has stayed with you too long. Through your meditation, enter a dialogue with this feeling and ask why it will not go. Just what does it need in order to leave? Allow yourself to contemplate the answer you have just received. Mull it around in your mind and see how you could make that happen. Now that you've received your answer, breathe steadily and live with what it says. And now it's time to gently bring yourself back to the present moment, to time and space. Become aware where you're sitting. Feel again your feet on the floor and the seat beneath you. And slowly, gently bring yourself back. Open your eyes and feel peaceful and rested and ready to enjoy the rest of our service, which will begin at 10:30. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody.
If you'll please have a seat, or actually find a seat. Stand above it while we sing a congregational song. My name is Radiant, and this is Reverend Linda. And we're going to sing a couple songs, so if you'll please rise if you're able. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Oops, I can take that off up here.
I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
It's gonna
be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. And so it is. If you'll please turn to your neighbor and greet them.
Small but mighty, that's what we are.
Woo! And now, if you'll return to your seat, we will sing our second song. I'm held in love, I'm held in peace. God is holding me with every breath and every step. God is holding me. God is holding Thank you. If you have a device, please silence it now. And thank you for coming to celebrate this wonderful Sunday with us live and in person. And that's it.
And that's it.
And so it is.
Presider today. Woohoo! And now I have sound, so yay. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. My name is Linda Finley. I am delighted to see each and every one of you here and delighted to have you at home with us as well. Oh, here we are in August. It's hard for me to believe it's the 22nd of August already. I was just celebrating my birthday like 2 days ago, or 4 weeks, but I wanted to thank again Nancy Fisher, who comes in once a month and has been creating these beautiful altars for us and for the beautiful centering that it gives to us, whether we're here or all that time that we were at home and just watching online. Center for Spiritual Living is a team of dedicated people who are working together to make us feel connected to one another. And at this center, we know spiritually empowered people live richer and fuller lives. And so our whole action is we use the principles of science of mind to inspire minds, open hearts, and empower lives. So please know that everything that we do is in order to serve and to keep us connected. If you have, I think everybody here today has already filled one out, but if you have any new email information or mailing address information, there's a green sheet on the table in the foyer. Please make sure that is filled out so we can send you our monthly or our weekly newsletter and get in touch with you if things come up that we need to let you know about. We are part of the Centers for Spiritual Living, which is a global organization dedicated to teaching the science of mind. And we've been sharing with you pieces of the global vision each week. This week, we envision a world where personal responsibility joins with social conscience in every area of the political, corporate, academic, and social sectors, providing sustainable structures to further the emerging global consciousness. That's pretty powerful. Each of us is personally responsible to join in the social conscience, not consciousness, but conscience of the political, corporate, academic, and social sectors. Personal responsibility. Thank you for being part of that. I'd now like to invite our practitioner of the day, Ona Chambers, up to do a spiritual mind treatment. And those of you who are able and choose to, would you rise, and we're going to sing 2 verses of Right Here, Right Now.
Right here, right now, we have come into the presence of God, and our hearts are open to the love that's found. Right here, right now. Right here, right now, we have come into the presence of God, and our hearts are open to the love
Good morning, everyone. My, my name is Ona Chambers. I'm a practitioner here at Center for Spiritual Living Eugene, and I'm going to lead us all in an affirmative prayer right now. An affirmative prayer is not a prayer asking for something which implies lack, but it implies, since it's affirmative, that we already have it. We only have to reach out and take that which we think we would like to have in our lives. So without implying any lack at all, I'm going to pray with you now. If you're comfortable doing so, please close your eyes and take my word as your own, because I'm going to speak in the first person. I know that there is only one power, one presence, one support for me in the universe. And it's here to support and guide and love and inspire me in all ways. And because I am part of the one, I am part of every other person that can hear my voice right now. We are all one in the mind of God. So right now, in this very moment, I'd like to relax my mind and enter into that truly divine presence that I am a part of, and become one with everybody within the reach of my voice. We are all one. We are all cells in the body of God. And together we can create such beauty and such peace and such harmony in the world. We've come together this morning to all experience this service together. And I know that each one of us has opened our hearts and our minds to hear that very part of it that's just for us, or just for me. I will hear exactly what I need to hear today and go home and contemplate it so that I may grow even more in spirit. We are loved here. We are supported here. And all parts of this service come together for my good. The music, the talk, the friendship, the people that help, everything is coming together to love and to support and to lift me up. And I am so grateful for that. I really need to feel the belonging that I feel in this community, and the love and the support that comes from each and every member, and the lack of judgment. I am so proud I get to be my authentic self here, and I can just relax and be me. I'm grateful for knowing all of this and for letting it be effective in my life towards making me happier and more peaceful person. I place this word now into the eternal law that can say nothing more but yes. Yes, my darling, it is already granted. It is already here for you. Just reach out and accept it. Say with me now, and so it is. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ona, for setting the tone and making it so. Thank you. That was beautiful. We are going to do the affirmation now. Each month we do an affirmation for every week, the same one, to get it kind of implanted in us. The blessing is this month we're going to get to do it 5 times. So this isn't the last day we'll be with it. We'll be with it next week too. I'm going to read it through once for you, and if you can either look at it while I'm doing it or close your eyes and just let it sink in, whatever way the words work best for you. And then the second time we'll say it aloud together. My life is restored and renewed as I pause for divine guidance. I take time to play with and as Spirit. And together. My life is restored and renewed as I pause for divine guidance. I take time to play with and as Spirit. I think we forget that way too often. Not only are we playing with Spirit, but we are playing as Spirit. There's only one of us here. It may look like there's a batch of us, but there's really only one. All right, practitioner of today, I want to honor Ona Chambers. We want to honor Reverend Trish for serving as holding high watch. Today's message will be by Kathy Day, and that is Guidance Positioning System. And our fabulous house band, which I've been listening to practice, and they are so good today. Oh, well, they're good all the time, but today they've got some special stuff for you. It was Matt Treader on the keyboard, Mo Snyder on bass, and Paul Worster on guitar.
I wrote a cowboy soul tune. Well, I'm more or less late at night. I will just play something, and it will sort of build like a mantra or a chant, where there's no real direction and there's no purpose other than it just creates a feeling for me. And this song created the feeling of the old Roy Rogers or maybe Floyd Kramer circa you would have heard on Patsy Cline recordings, plus a little soul like Curtis Mayfield, and a little bit of spiritual element as well. So here goes that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Matt always has a way of just taking me right there. But we're still going to sing the meditation song, and then we're going to go into a brief meditation. So please feel safe and secure to have a downward gaze when we meditate, if you feel comfortable with that, after we sing this cute little ditty. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart
I am opening. As we are open and receptive, we allow the divine wisdom that is always within us to come forward, to embrace us, to surround us, to guide us through this day and through every day of our lives. We open to receive. We open to give from our fullness. Breathe in the love that surrounds us. Breathe out gratitude for the good that is present right here and right now. Breathe in love. Breathe out gratitude. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name, for those of you that don't know me, is Kathy Day, and I frequently start my talks by saying that my application of the teachings of this center have allowed me to be and celebrate a happy Kathy Day every day. This is a good thing. Certainly good for me, but it's good for my world as well. This morning's message is about GPS, or Guidance Positioning System. And when I hear about GPS, I think the global positioning system in our cars and our phones and our computers that tell us where we are, and if we put in a destination, it'll tell you how to get there. This is a very handy thing. And this is operated by satellites that are all around the planet. Very good thing, I just love it. But our global, or our guidance positioning system is within us, has been within us from the moment that we were created.
And no matter what we do or what we don't do, that global positioning system, that inner guidance, that inner wisdom is within us always. And when I do a talk, I haven't done, this is the very first talk I've done in real person here and stuff, so it's kind of exciting, little nervous, but I have spoke other times at on the online services when they were doing the streaming, which they're still doing streaming now, and it's just a joy to have a wonderful audience and to know that there is something that I want them to know. And whenever I do a talk, I keep that in the forefront of my talk. And what I want you to know is I want you to know your own power and your own authority. And also give you a few tips on how you can use this in your life to kind of smooth the way before you and just manage your bumps by using your internal guidance positioning system. Our theme for the month has been a pause for guidance, and that plugs into the GPS thing because we have to, when we're using our GPS on our cars and our phones, we have to not have competing music going. We have to not have big discussions in the car where we can't hear the instructions. We need to quiet things down so that we can hear what our global positioning system is telling us. And we need to do that for our internal guidance system as well. In the CSL Global Vision Statement, we say, we envision humanity awakening to its spiritual magnificence and discovering the creative power of thought, a world where each and every person discovers his or her own personal power and the ability to create, to shape an individual life that works within a world that works for everyone. We believe that the kingdom of heaven is within us, and that we experience this kingdom to the degree we become conscious of it. So tuning into our guidance positioning system within allows us to be more conscious of the presence of the divine within each and every one of us. We focus on our guidance system today because the theme is a pause for guidance. So it's time to check our inner compass. Where are we? Where are we going? Are we still on our path? Where is our joy? How do we get there? We use our guidance positioning systems, our built-in inner wisdom, to guide us. And it's really important to use your global or your guidance positioning system to guide you, because in this world that we're experiencing, everything is changing. And the speed at which everything is changing is growing faster and faster. And because of this rapid change in growth and expansion, which is actually part of nature, we can't depend on the way we always did things. We can't depend on doing things the way our parents did it or our grandparents did it. We're in brand new territory here. And so how can we proceed through that new territory with and have some wisdom to fall back on it? And it's our wisdom that is within us. So we need to tap into that wisdom. One of the ways that we tap into that wisdom is through meditation. And meditation doesn't have to be, sit down for an hour on a nice pillow with music and all that stuff. It can be a minute while you're in your car, stopped at a stoplight, to just quiet your mind. And just, for me, I think about spirit. And I think about how the things I see around me are all spirit and form, and that they're all there for my good and my better experience of life. I think of the harmony of traffic, the way that everybody, mostly everybody, cooperates with one another, and we have, signs that tell us where we are and where we need to go, and we have reflective paint on the side of the road so that I'm a little visually impaired, so it's just like I love that reflective paint, especially at night. So we have all this good that's been provided for us in our life that we just kind of take for granted and overlook and stuff. So taking time to be thankful for the good that is around us right now, that's a way of tuning into your guidance positioning system. Our inner wisdom is always connected. There's nothing we can do to be more connected or less connected with it, as it is hardwired within us. We are eternally connected with the source of all wisdom and all shape and all life and all form. Our personal wisdom is never broken. It speaks to us in the language we understand. But we need to quiet all the voices of the conditions around us and quiet our fears and our doubts long enough to hear the divine inspiration of spirit come through. We open to new information. We open to new ways of being. And we allow spirit to move through us in new and exciting ways, always knowing that whatever direction we are guided in, that all paths lead to love, because all is love. Love giving form, or giving love in form, moving through love, to love, in love. We are all surrounded by that. There are times when I don't always feel connected, and I'm really grateful to be part of a community that reminds me when I forget, reminds me of my power and my potential and my possibility and my inherent goodness. When I think that I am not enough, when I think I'm confused and I don't know what I'm doing, that I have people that remind me of my power and authority and remind me to get centered and listen to my guidance positioning system, which is really good. I've been a practitioner for about 9 years, and I have to say that since going into this teaching, I experience less fear. I experience fear, but I really get through it much quicker than I ever did before. And I am allowed, or I take this information and I use it in my work, and I use it in my relationships with my family, and I use it with strangers that I intersect with, on the road. And it makes my life so much more joyful, so much more peaceful, so much more. I went to a music concert on Friday, and it was out in a field in a farm in somewhere. I don't know my bearings in Oregon very much yet. So it was somewhere in Oregon. We went to a farm and we listened to a string quartet, and the very first note that they played, it just like opened my heart wide open, and it was just like, wow. And I remembered, oh yes, I love the music, and I love how it makes me feel, and I love to participate and be an appreciative audience. And there's that within each one of us that recognizes our good when it shows up. And so there's that guidance within us that moves us into the direction of what brings us alive, what makes us joyful, what makes us peaceful, what makes us feel connected. And it could be going out in nature. It could be going to hear a piece of music. It could be just putting a piece of music on your car stereo. It doesn't matter whatever it is that brings you joy. It could be creating something, doing painting, or I work with beads, and I've done some fabric dyeing and stuff. And it's just whatever moves you. And we can get caught up in the conditions of things that are going on around us and lose track of what brings us joy and what brings us happiness and brings us peace. And it's getting centered and getting back to our individual wisdom, our personal directions, and our lives, that we can move through those conditions and not be affected by them. But we need to not get caught up in the noise. So taking time to breathe. For myself, sometimes I just say, shh, shh. When your mind is going, not necessarily crazy, but when it's, just moving through just too many thoughts for you to relax and be quiet. Just a loving shh, shh, to quiet down and to open up to the divine wisdom within us to help us make decisions in the experiences of our lives, to help us when we make choices as far as the directions we want to go, and to receive the divine impulse within us for greater expression of life and love and peace and power and beauty and joy. And we can't get there if we get caught up in the condition. So to take that time this week, today, after the service, or right now, to quiet, to connect, to move towards your joy, to move towards your peace, to move towards your greater expression of life, which could be through your creativity or just being a patient customer waiting in line. All those things contribute to the goodness and the sweetness and the loveliness of life on earth. It doesn't have to be a great big grand thing. It could be it's those small gentle gestures that kind of grease the skids, that just make this world a safe place for you to be. And I want for all of you to have that. I did want to share in a global positioning system in your car or on your phone or whatever, if you don't put in a destination, like where you want to go, it'll just tell you where you are, which is good to know sometimes. But if there's some place you want to go, you have to plug in the destination. And that's so in your guidance positioning system as well, that if there's some place that you want to go, some greater expression that you want to experience, some greater experience of life that you want to see, that you want to know, then put that in your guidance positioning system, and you will receive directions that take you there and stuff. It's a wonderful thing. It's the only thing that we can depend on and rely on. So I hope you take advantage of it in your experience of life and know that this goodness is here for you always. And I hope you enjoy it. I did have a closing here. I do this all the time. I make all kinds of notes. And then it's just like when I get up here and I'm in front of you, it's just whatever wants to be expressed gets expressed, no matter what. So my call to action for you is that you take that time to connect with your inner spirit for as many times or in as long as a time or as short of a time as you can allow and stuff, to just do it and see, make an observation about how that affects your proceeding through life, your experience of life, so that you can come to know that when I do that, things work better. Because this is a center for spiritual living. It's not a center for spiritual talking about it, thinking about it, reading about it. We do all that stuff too. But it's about the spiritual living, taking it out into the aspects of your life and making your life a joy to live. And this is from Vadaya Hatangandhi. Human beings have 5 senses: sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. Spirituality is the ability to recognize that there is intelligence beyond these 5 senses. There is universal power that creates and governs everything within and beyond the worlds we know. And that power is omnipresent. That power is right here and right now. We can surrender to this supreme intelligence through our awareness. We call this universal power by different names as per our religious faith. Spirituality makes things easier for us to go through life's journey with all its ups and downs. It makes our lives happier. Thank you for being here. Namaste.
And now it's time for our offering. I'd like you all to think about what this center means to you, what this community means to you. And for those of you listening at home, you're still a part of our community and our center. And we consider you that way, and we hope you think of yourself that way. So think about what this center means to you, what you get from it, what you get to give to it, and please make an offering now that's appropriate to your lifestyle and finances, so that we might continue this work, we might grow, and someday when we get to open fully again, there'll be lots more of us here, and we can spread this out so many more people can have these wonderful tools for living. So right now, I bless this offering. I bless it to each and every one of us and to the world itself, that its good may go out and ripples all over the world and help more people to live in joy and balance. Say it with me now, and so it is. And now we're going to sing, I Am So Blessed. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed. And now, I believe our house band has one more beautiful, soul-touching offering for us all.
Yeah, I want to share with you Irving Berlin's thoughts on global positioning system from 80 years ago. Weary of roaming on, yearning to see the dawn, counting the hours till I can lay down my load. I don't mind, knowing that soon I'll find peace and contentment at the end of the road. The way is long, the night is dark, but I don't mind, 'cause a happy lark will be singing at the end of the road. I can't go wrong, I must go right. I'll find my way, 'cause a guiding light will be shining at the end of the road. There may be thorns in my path, but I'll wear a smile, 'cause in a little while my path will be roses. The rain may fall from up above, but I won't stop, 'cause the ones I love will be waiting at the end of the road. Take us down the road. There may be thorns in my path, but I'll wear a smile, 'cause in a little while my path will be roses. The rain may fall from up above, but I won't stop, 'cause the ones I love will be waiting at the end, waiting at the end, waiting at the end of the road. It's the journey.
Okay, and I just lost my... Well, I'm just going to have to do my announcements looking over my shoulder, because my phone, which carried this all the way through, just now dropped it. So, of course it did. Anyway, thank you, guys. I love the way, they only play together once a month, and they haven't played together for like 2.5 years. And they just like slide in like they've been doing this practice, every week forever, and that's what professional musicians can do, and that's why we love you and thank you and so appreciate having you with us. And while we're at it, back up behind us there in the little window, the balcony section, our tech team has been working their butts off for 18 months. Doing sound, doing video, doing all the learning computers, learning stuff they never thought they were ever going to have to know. And then we had to change it all 4 weeks ago when we started coming back together, and we had to do a hybrid version, and they've been like, there is no way to thank you other than to just love the heck out of you. So, when you see these people, give them hugs. So, if you would like to connect on Zoom, this is probably not for those of you sitting here right now, but this is for anybody out there in TV land who's listening to this. At 11:30 today, Charmaine Mitchell will be hosting a Zoom meeting where you can talk. You can go to our website at csleugene.org and get the link, or I believe Kathy has put it in the chat. So if you're watching online, you can just click the link on the chat to go there to the Zoom meeting, and they'll be meeting from 11:30 to noon, just catching up, talking to each other. And we're working on there'll be a TV, a big 48-inch TV in the social hall. And when we get back to actually having social hall, then when we're in the social hall, the people who were watching online can talk to us, and we'll be able to like get to know people all over the country who are watching us, which is kind of going to be really fun, So our community that's out there. So anyway, next one is Friday, October 29th, 50 + 1, A New Beginning, our anniversary party. Mark your calendar, get your tickets, plan on joining us. We really look forward. Matt and Mo and Haley will be doing music that night. We're going to have a guest speaker. There will be some door prizes, so get your tickets now, and we will get everything set up. There's a buffet dinner. It'll all be big tables in here. It'll be wonderful fun. So plan on joining us for that. August 24th and 28th. Angela Alcantar is doing an online Zoom meeting called Making Sense of Change. I don't know about you, but I'm not real fond. Transformation sounds wonderful, but what transformation really is change. And that doesn't sound so fun. But so Angela is really good at helping us make sense of what it is that we're going through and why we're going through it, and how to make wiser choices as we move through change. So check that out. Wednesday, September 8th at 5:30, there's going to be a live meeting. Susan, do you have anything to say about that?
Just everybody's welcome. We're brainstorming actions that we want to take to diversify and be inclusive and
Be more part of the community and be...
bringing in more.
And I got a little aside to tell you guys. They haven't finalized it yet, but I got a call from Ed Conrad, who used to be the minister at the Unity Church, and he is now working with the interfaith group for the 11th, where for 20 years they've been doing the 11th of the month. Well, they've had to not do that. They've been doing it online. Well, they were wanting to do something September 11th to honor the 20th anniversary, and then October 11th to honor the 20th anniversary of the meeting. And they're not able to do it at the Church of Christ, the Disciples of Christ Church, and they're probably going to be doing it here. So this is one of our steps out into the community, is to serve as a host for that event. So that's kind of just really kind of a fun thing. It's not really a secret, but anyway, I'm excited. It's about how we're being inclusive in action. And is there anything else we're going to say? Kathy Day has put together, the International Day of Peace is September 21st, which is like a month away. And that falls on a Tuesday night, and Kathy decided it would be wonderful for us to have a Taizé service. And so we're going to have this all set up for Taizé. Rebecca Shepard is going to have a band here. The practitioners are going to be involved doing readings, and we'll be leading meditations, and there'll be chants that we'll be singing. So mark your calendars to be here that Tuesday night, and team up there will probably also be wanting you to broadcast that for people who can't come. We may figure out a way to make this all, because it's candlelight. How do you broadcast a candlelight service? I don't know, but we'll figure something out. We'll make it happen.
What time?
It is, I believe, at 7 p.m. Just come in anytime, whenever. We'll be, And, great picture, Sue, Angela, whoever did that. This is basically what happened. Roots got into the line, which meant, and then it went, and If you went into the men's room, you will see there's like this concrete on the floor. Thankfully, they didn't. Thought they were gonna have to go through the kitchen, and we were gonna have to tear out cabinets. And they realized no, they could do it through the other side, so they did it there. And bottom line being, it's going to be about $4,000 to $5,000 to get it all fixed. So if you are able to toss in an extra $100 or $200 or $1,000, whatever your pocket allows, we have a link on our Facebook group and on the website that you can go to and click on, or you can just send us a check the old-fashioned way. But to help us offset the cost of that so it's not eating up all of our reserve funds. So beyond that, I think, sacred service. We need help. Show up. Ask. Radiant loves singing, and it would really be fun. She'd like to have other people come up and lead songs with her, or maybe instead of her, so she could just kind of sit and watch the service, So, and there's ushers, greeters, tech people. There's 1,000 different jobs. Okay, thank you, I'm complete. Want to call up our practitioner of the day to talk to you a little bit about the practitioners, who we are, what we do, and 72-year-old woman bending over and touching her toes. Cool.
See what Science of Mind can do for you? Your practitioners are here to serve you. We study, we train, we take scary tests in order to get our licenses so that we can be of help to you. Not only in times of challenge, but in times of good too. We like to hear what's good that's happening in your lives. So please, please use us. That's what I just said. I'll be up here on the stage after the service for Miracle Minutes if anybody would like a quickie treatment. There'll be other practitioners at the windows, I hope, if they don't have other things to do. And they too will be available to do Miracle Minutes. And if you have a prayer request that takes longer than a minute, we have an Aladdin's jar out by the door where you can put prayer requests. You can email them in, you can phone them in, and they will be taken care of. So I'd like to have all the practitioners stand now. And how about saying your names beginning with Radiant?
Radiant Games, Reverend Trish.
And I'm Ona Chambers. Thank you very much.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Repeat after me.
I take steps today
I take steps today
using my guidance positioning system
using my guidance positioning system